It's forecast to be pretty grim tonight, but you got to take your chances where you get them. And it's to be, what is it, about 15 degrees down here. I think it's to be about 7 up there overnight, and very windy. Right, what am I doing? What am I doing? Right, let's go. I'm not sure if the hill goes out of sight again, so I thought I should probably show you it while we can actually see it from here. So that's it there, you can see poking just above the trees. Oh, very moody looking. Please subscribe to my channel. There won't be much walking past camera once I'm out of this little tree avenue, because that's when we get onto the side of the hill, and from there it's a little bit steeper. You know, it never shows you really on the camera. It's just coming into view now for me. Interesting. Be fine. Nice thing about something being very steep is you gain altitude very quickly. So short-term pain for long-term gain and all that. Isn't that pretty with all the heather and everything? It's beautiful. Yeah, as expected. A bit of a bog fest as well. Yeah, oh well. This is what I consider, this is where I consider to be like leaving civilization. So we leave the marked trail, so we post there and everything. And as you can see, it's not a really well used route. People do come here, but it's not really well used. A wee bit of a scrubby, gravelly path. And then from there, you head up through the quagmire. You know, pound for pound, it's not going to be the worst decision I've ever made in my life. It can't be, because all of them involved men. You start to get a really good view from up here as well. It just starts to open out. To be honest, the better view is in like the other direction, but it's always nice to get a view. Get up above the trees. And look at that beautiful heather. That's stunning. Everyone looks just so beautiful in the hills at this time of year. Right, onward. We are heading, don't know, you probably can't really see the path, but it more or less just goes straight up there as far as I can remember. I think the sort of scrambly bit is just to the left of that. I think maybe there. Yeah. The next bit that I've got to get up is that, which inevitably of course just looks like walking on a flat surface on the camera. Maybe this will look better. I don't know. Can you tell what I've came up? Probably not. It's pretty wet, and the wettest bit is there. That's where I'm expecting to have to crawl through some water, which is less good, but you know, it's fine. The hair had to go. It was creating an added difficulty. I'm basically standing in a stream right now. I'm kind of nearly at the top. So you've got the choice. You can either go up the waterfall into the sun, or you can go up, which is what I'm doing, up this side, which looks more doable. Good Lord. Right, well, I made it. I will say that I'm glad I'm a climber. Not because it required like a lot of climbing, but it just gives you that wee bit extra understanding of how to distribute body weight to get up something like that, while the backpack very much wants to pull you back down the hill. Kind of had to chuck my walking poles up, make sure some of the rocks were quite loose, so make sure that I had like a good strong handhold, good foothold. Some of the rocks were quite slippy. It gets considerably easier from here, so it'll be a bit of a boggy walk from here to the top, but the top, here we come. It's funny when you come up here walking and you pass by these beautiful dry stone walls that just disappear on, rolling up over the hills. It's really funny to think like I'm like, oh my God, getting up here with my walking poles and my technical gear. And these walls will have been built about 200 years ago. 150, 200 years ago, by people in like clogs and like wool clothes. They probably camped out up here as well. I definitely know that in some dry stone walling locations, they camped out, and then family members, the kids or whatever, would bring food out each day or every couple of days. So actually there's a wee dry stone, I'm not sure, it's probably just a sheep pen just over there, I'll show you. Might have been some sort of like shieling, which is like a little stone bothy house. They build them up in the Highlands and Islands. Well, I made it. Where's the cairn? There, in the trig. Against what felt like all odds, is that the word? Although it's very flat up here, obviously, loads of places that I could pitch. It is a billowing a gale, so I think, although on the way up it did not feel like I was particularly sheltered from the wind, I think I will see if I can just drop down even just a little bit. Not quite on the summit. Not sure, I might end up back up here just because you missed this, sorry. The camera was in my bag at the time. Dink dink. I can't even begin to explain how relieved I was to touch that thing earlier on. I had hoped to be camping with a beautiful view of the Galloway Hills, which is that, but I think I'll just have to suffice with a little bit of a off the summit somewhere camp. Came off the summit, so the summit is just, you can just about see the cairn peeking up over the top there somewhere. Substantially less windy. It's really funny, everything looks flat until you stand on it from different angles, and then you're like, no, not flat at all. So, and there's quite a lot of this kind of like rocky ground, but I think I'm going to have to compromise, because if it's flat as a bog or it's on the top and it's blowing a gale, the wind is coming down that way. Should I turn it round a bit? Maybe. Oh, not going to get any further. Oh, yes. Oh, lordy. Right, okay, I think given the situation, I've put as much point towards the wind at this end as I can, which I think I moved it a little bit to facilitate that. It was coming a wee bit sideways on. So I think it's not too bad. I think I'll be sleeping downhill a little bit. My feet are a wee bit lower than my head end. But I've not got in it yet to check what the ground's like. And it's going to have to do one way or another. Oh, glory be good. Oh, that's it, I'm not coming back out. It actually feels quite flat. Oh, I'm staying in here, this is amazing. Oh. Okay, better not, Anne, better not. I think, yeah, that'll do, just fine and dandy. Let's set up home. I suppose, like, I should show you the view and stuff. Maybe you could see it when I was setting up the tent there. So I've came over to the other side. This isn't as dramatic a view. It's a much more like lowland Scotland view rather than the mountains and everything. But, you know, needs must depend on where the wind was coming from. It's fine. It's fine. I know it's there. Right. Let's get set up. Sleeping bag, air mat. Works. Fairly happy. Right. I'll be a lot happier when I've eaten. I have got changed. I'm in sort of warmer gear. I've got like my down jacket on, got my little hat on, and all my bed stuff sorted out. Honestly, I'm so hungry I can barely think. So I think I need to just crack on and get my dinner made, and then I'll try and be a little bit coherent. I mean, a little bit more coherent than I normally am. Or at least as coherent as I normally am, which isn't necessarily that coherent. We have a beef cottage pie. So I'm hoping that's pretty much just like the beef hot pot, like pretty much just the same. So I brought a totally different cook set with me today. This is my coffee pot that I normally have like a cafetiere plunger thing in. It's just smaller, like the GSI thing. I really like it, but actually for my requirements, I'm not cooking in the pot very often, ever, actually. I'm only ever boiling water. And it just seemed like I didn't need the bigger, ever so slightly heavier one. So, I don't know. I'll see how I get on with this tonight and decide whether it's... yeah. I've still got the GSI cup with me. I don't know. I just feel like my cook set's probably a wee bit big for my requirements, even though I really like it. I feel a little bit better. I made a tiny coffee with the rest of the water left over from the water for my meal. My meal is here, percolating. Let me double check I've got that right. 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. Yes! Oh, let's hope it's not just a watery mess. The sun's came out a tiny wee bit. I think that's about all I'll see of it. I'm afraid we don't get a great view from here, so there's not much to show you out that side. Christ, the sun looks more like the moon right now. As usual, I mean, I feel like I need to show you. Even though, let's be honest, I mean, it's not going to like be on MasterChef or anything, is it? Let's see though, that's not the important bit. That's not the important bit. Oh yeah. Hot, hot, hot. Okay, right. I'm going to make myself incredibly happy eating this. I just really stick my head out now and again. I'm hoping it'll be nicer in the morning. Or nicer tomorrow. My intention for tonight is simply just to like get here, get pitched up, have my dinner, and pretty much just like be in my tent. No adulting allowed. It's nice. Right, that's me had my dinner, and I've set up a bed and everything, and I've recovered a little bit from the hike up here. So I'm just having a quick stretch of my legs. I always find that they kind of seize up a little bit after coming up a hill. Anyway, I'm just out here in my waterproof socks. So, I've not even got my shoes on. Grass is dry, but I think my feet are starting to get cold, so I better get back inside. That is the moment I was looking for. I'm tucked up inside the tent, no intention of leaving again. I'm sort of like half in my sleeping bag, and yes, I am not planning on moving again. Oh lordy, right, I've been awake for I don't know, about an hour now. There's something really, really nice about being warm and cosy in your tent when you know it's all grey and blowing outside. And there's no one around, of course, because you can't see anything outside. This is also a fairly... People do come up here, but it's a much lesser visited part of the Galloway Hills. Yeah, I think it's about 7 o'clock just now, and it's forecast to brighten up between 8 and 9, so I think I'll have my breakfast just now. It's not as romantic as a beautiful sunrise with it boiling, is it? Oh god, the wind's changed direction a little bit as well, so it's actually slightly coming, ever so slightly coming, like in here. It's very moist outside as well. I know, my sleeping bag. So there's water coming off the tent and stuff. But she'll boil, it'll be fine. It's fair to say that this is not as amazing and beautiful and awe-inspiring as an incredible sunrise. But there is something nice about being like immersed in the smar and not being able to see anything. There's something kind of secretive or cosy or very Scottish about it. It's kind of funny feeling. Maybe like being in the sleeping bag and in the tent as well, like cozied up. Maybe it's just like a natural instinct. cozied up out of the weather, but the weather feels sort of, what seems like a bit of a contradiction, but the weather seems sort of safe. I mean, not safe if you were like trying to navigate hills you didn't know, but safe in terms of like you can't be seen. I don't know, I don't have the words for it. Cozy, maybe. I slept for like 9 hours and then I went back to bed again for another hour there. I was certainly very tired. I'm still quite tired, to be fair. Actually, I'm still very tired. Still very tired. I've got oats with me that I sealed up for the canoe trip last year in July. And they're like, you seal them with straighteners. So, be fine. Hope they're still fresh. Yeah, they'll be fine. I've got my oats stuffed down there while they percolate, and I've made myself a wee double coffee. I can feel that working its way right through me. Some wee bits there. Pretty sure I shouldn't be licking my fingers, Perfect. Perfect. I guess it just looks like porridge, doesn't it? That's like golden syrup or something. It doesn't really matter what my plans are when I'm up a hill. I suppose I don't really have many plans, I guess. Maybe that's why, but there always seems to be like a natural end to the outing or to the morning or whatever. I think I'll probably just have my coffee and pack up. I've got changed out of my hanging about sleepy clothes and I'm all geared up and ready to go. I've decided to stick with the waterproof socks. My trainers are soaking and yeah. So it's waterproof socks over the top of my merino socks, and I don't really like the feel of 2 pairs of socks, but I am quite enjoying the dry feet at the moment, so don't really mind wet feet either. So the waterproof socks might come off. So I've packed up most of my stuff, sleeping bags packed away, the air mats packed away. So really actually I just need to pack my tent away and pack the bag up. It's no less windy once you're out here. Look at the views! Never mind, it's fine. Right, let's get this tent packed up. Oh, sad as it is. I know this is going to be hard to believe, but it's not particularly cold. Oh, saved you! Saved you! Lightning reflexes, Annie. Lightning. I was just thinking to myself, there's no way you're going to stay standing there. I've got you pitched up really high. Better do this fast then. No. Okay, you're going to have a upward angle at me. You can't take the wind. So I'll just have to look like a giant. It's fine. Hi, down there. Right, let's get this backpack on and start what will no doubt be an arduous journey getting back down this hill. Bag is substantially lighter than it was yesterday as well. Not got much water left, but I'm not too concerned about that. There's plenty of water sources, especially as you get further down the hill. Right then, hi ho. Oh, of course I'm bringing you, don't worry, I'm coming back. So I'm just going to pick up the path at the wall and start following that back down. So the visibility doesn't matter too much in terms of navigation. It could do if I was going to go anywhere else, but oh, there you go, I'm back on the path. So that path there behind me, if you can see it, is the path that leads up to the cairn at the summit, where we were going to have a coffee this morning, but that went wildly out the window, didn't it? Look at that! I can see things! The views might not be what people dream of, but they are still sort of classically Scottish and therefore beautiful. I made it off so I'm back on terra firma. Made it off the mountain. It was alright, it was pretty sketchy. I mean, it was alright, it was pretty sketchy, all in one sentence. So, pretty boring from here on. Just forest road. So I'll just get you back at the van. Anyway, as ever guys, thank you so much for watching. Love you all, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.